Coding everything by hand is becoming outdated. The industry is moving toward a code by prompt workflow, where you can collaborate with AI agents instead of typing every line yourself. With modern tools, you can just describe what you need, review the changes, and ship faster. Developers who learn how to use these workflows now will have a huge edge over those who don't. So, in this video, I'll show you how I use Warp, the leading coding agent, to refactor and fix bugs in my shopping list application. And then we'll ship those changes to production. Warp is already trusted by over 600,000 engineers, and is ranked #1 on Terminal Bench, and scores 71% on the Software Engineer Bench Verified, ahead of Claude Code, Codex, and Gemini CLI. So that makes it the most capable coding agent for real production work, not just prototypes. Now let's see how Warp is different. Unlike Claude Code or Cursor, Warp isn't just a CLI or an AI IDE, it's a fully native development environment with everything in one place. Some of the features include multi-repo indexing so agents understand your whole codebase, a code review panel with inline diffs so you can reprompt and adjust instantly, multi-agent workflows so you can work on a new feature and a bug fix at the same time. And actually we're going to do that in this video. And of course you can choose the best AI model for each task. Hey, I'm Beto, founder of Code with Beto, where I teach thousands of developers through my courses, and a developer success engineer at Expo. I use Warp every day in my real world work, and it's changed how fast I can ship. Stick around, I'll walk you step by step through my Warp workflow, and if you want to try Warp yourself, use the promo code CODEWITHBETO to get Warp Pro for just $1 for your first month. Yeah, that's right, $1. Normally $18 per month, so big thanks to Warp for this awesome deal for our community. Now let's dive in. In case you haven't already, go ahead and download Warp. You need to go to warp.dev and then download the application. Since Warp is a fully native application, it's not just a CLI tool, so you need to install it in your machine. So you can just press this download button, or if you prefer to use Brew, just copy this command and run it, and this will install the latest version of Warp. Warp is completely free to get started, guys, and you can get up to 150 AI requests per month. And you can use the latest and greatest models like Claude Sonnet 4, GPT-5, all that for free. Now, if that's not enough for you guys, you can upgrade to the Pro plan, which is $18 per month. Personally is the one I use. And of course, using my promo code, you can get the free month for $1. In my opinion, this is one of the best deals out there. But anyways, once you download Warp, we need to open it. So let's do that. So this is how Warp looks like once you open it. The interface looks familiar because it resembles a terminal, but it's much more than that. It has extra features, and you're not limited to just a terminal like with Claude Code. I'm going to be using some shortcuts, and you can see them at the bottom right of the screen. One thing that I really like about Warp is that allows you to have multiple agents. So if I press Command T, this will open a new tab. And right away, I have really good suggestions to open some of the projects that I'm working on. And then I can switch between these two by pressing Shift, Command, left and right brackets. So here, for example, I'm going to ask Warp to navigate to the folder that I want to work with. Navigate to my apps folder in my desktop. Natural language, guys. Just press enter and the agent is going to detect the command that we want to run. Right now, you can see I can press cancel, refine, edit, or just run it by pressing enter. This looks super good, so I'm just going to press enter. So if you don't know how to use CD and stuff, just type it and the agent will do it for you. And boom, right now we are inside my apps folder. Now I'm going to say navigate to the shopping list project because I want to work on this one. And check that out, guys. It detected that I have the project and even discovered the folder name. So let's run it. Now this is going to position ourselves in the right directory. So as you can see, Warp is far more than just a terminal, unlike Claude Code or legacy IDEs. From here, for example, I can press Command O to open a file. Let's say that I quickly want to take a look at my package.json. So I can just type package.json, and actually this project has a client and server folders. So I can see that the one that I want is inside the client, is the application that we're going to be working on. And now I can see the content of the file right here inside Warp. And one cool feature that I love is that I can use Beam to come here and edit stuff. We can press Command S to save changes and Command W to close the file. Now let's run the application. Like I said before, the app lives inside the client folder. So I can say CD, and now it's suggesting the correct path. So I can press right arrow, hit enter, and now I'm inside this folder. And let's start the server. So this is an Expo app. I'm gonna run the command npx expo start and press enter. Awesome, and now my server is running. I'm going to press I to open a simulator. Now let's bring the sidebar by pressing command \. This is so that we can see what I'm doing. Awesome, so now I'm going to open a new window by pressing command T. And notice that after opening this new window, I'm inside the client folder, which is my application. And as always, we can navigate between tabs super quickly by pressing Command Shift, left or right bracket. Now, once inside my project, I'm going to run the /init command. This is going to index the database, but apart from that, it's going to generate a warp.markdown file. This will include context for the agent and allows Warp to find relevant files and generate code snippets a lot faster. And here it is, the final result. Looks pretty good to me. It detected that I'm using Cloudflare for the backend, detected that I'm using Expo for the frontend. My database is Tinybase. Everything looks nice. Auth, I'm using Clerk, perfect. So like I said, if you want, you can add more stuff in here like hello world, but I think that's not necessary in this case. I'm just going to accept the changes by pressing this button at the top right. Okay, and it added it. Here we have the highlights. Awesome, now my codebase is indexed. Since we're using React Native, I want to add some project-specific rules for the AI agent. Thankfully, Warp makes it super easy to add rules for a specific project or just in general. On the left, you can see that we have this rules button. And if you don't see this sidebar, you can bring it up by pressing command / like this. So press on rules, and then we can add global rules or just project-based rules. Let's add global rules. I'm going to press add. Let me close this on the right. Let's call this React Native Expo rules. And I'm going to paste these 5 rules that are, just simple rules. You can of course extend this and edit it. But overall, one thing that is very annoying when working with React Native and AI agents is that they are always using the legacy shadow. So I'm adding here these rules so that it always use the new box shadow instead of the legacy one. Don't use safe area view since it's actually deprecated. Instead of that, we need to use content insets behavior automatic with scroll views. And another thing that I like in my React Native applications is that I always want the scroll view to be the main container in the views. So I'm adding this one in here as well. All right, now it's saved. You can always come back, delete it, update it, and that's that. Now let's actually add a feature. So I actually want to do an improvement. This is an application that is available right now in the App Store, and you can check it out if you want to see the fix that we're going to be doing right now. It's available in light mode. So if I press Shift A, we can toggle dark and light mode. Let's keep it dark. But one thing that I want to improve is that when you go to the shopping list and then select an item, we have this details screen. And as you notice, it's not that great. Because it allows you to edit stuff, but it's kind of awkward. And then then you are like not sure which fields you need to change. And overall, the layout, it's not my favorite. So I want to improve it. So to fix that screen, I actually have the new design that I want to implement. And it looks like this for that specific screen. So as you notice now, we have sections, we have metadata section with notes. And then on the product name, you can just press it and update it. You can change the quantity. And as you notice here, if I select the quantity, I can update that as well, but it's very awkward right now. You can always update the units as well. So pretty awkward to use this screen overall. And this new UI looks amazing. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, come here and I want to use a prompt that I have prepared. Another great feature of Warp is that allows you to save prompts. So if you have a good prompt and you find yourself reutilizing the same prompt, on the left, you can create it, right? And save it for later. And then when you want to use it, you can just press / and then You can select prompts in here. And UI improvement is the one that I want to create. Another common one is to create a README, for example, right, for the project that you are working on. So this is my prompt. And apart from that, I'm going to take my image, grab it, and come in here and drop it in here for the agent. Now the image is there and the agent will see it and then implement the changes accordingly. And then I have a brief description of the sections that we want, the input details, data presentation, and sharing section. Now, on top of that, you can also target specific files. For example, I'm gonna say the changes should be made at, and then if I press add, then we can select the file. So just by typing the name of the component, you can select the file in here, as you can see. That's an option, or you can just say the screen is inside product and then product id.tsx. That's the name of my screen. Okay, so I think we are good. I'm going to press enter and let the agent work. Now, in the meantime, I also want to fix one more thing in my application. And let's use another agent at the same time. So the thing that I want to fix here is that when you are on a list and you add a new item, right now I can press this blue button here and it's not doing anything. And I want to provide some feedback to the user. So let's go and ask the agent on a new window. Okay, so here's my prompt. When adding a new item to the shopping list, users can press the submit key, but nothing happens, right? So I want the agent to add an alert that is going to let the user know that they need to provide a product name. So let's hit enter and let's go back to the other window. So let's see the changes. I'm going to make this small for now so that we can see what's up here. Oh, and I got this alert from the other tab. Okay, it's doing it right away. So I'm going to just apply changes here on the right. Let's go to the left, and I want to take a deeper look to this change since I think it's a very complex one. So I'm going to press Command A to edit. Okay, so this is just the avatar component. Let's accept these changes. Let's go back to the other agent. Now it's adding the alert when we are creating the product. Perfect. Let's apply the changes. Okay, it's also improving my previous logic, which is great. Okay, and actually it's telling me that it can notify me, so I'm going to enable this right now. And now I'm getting alerts. Awesome, that's huge. Let's accept this change. Now let's try to see if we get the alert when I try to just press submit button here. All right, now it says product title required, which is a better user experience. Okay, let's press OK, cancel this. Great, so that's a fix while we were refactoring the other screen. So for now, let's just go ahead and accept the changes. We can always come back and double check, but this looks pretty good to me because it's decoupling all the components, right? So this is a small piece of code that I can quickly accept. It's not doing everything inside the same screen, which is huge. I really like this approach. Okay, it's adding a new component. Let's accept that. Okay, now it's updating the product ID. Let's accept this. Now, while this is working on that, I want to make an extra change here. I want to add emojis and make the alert more friendly. One more thing that I almost forgot to tell you guys is that you can use voice mode. So let's press this little mic. Please add emojis to the alert so that it's more user-friendly. Awesome. Just like that, I don't need to type. I don't need to waste time. Let's hit enter. Let's go to the other window. Here we have some changes. It's handling dark mode, which is nice. Okay, perfect. Now, one thing that I don't really like is that it's adding this general section. So let's edit this. I'm going to delete this part. We don't need that comment, right? And then apply the changes. So huge advantage of Warp is that allows me to right away make some edits before it continues working. Now let's go to the other one. I can see that it's asking me to add the emojis. Perfect. All right, so let's check that out. I'm going to try to submit. And now we have an emoji. Looks good. Yeah, Perfect. Now let's go to the other window. It's adding now the section header. Looks good to me. Alrighty guys, and now it's done. Let's see the changes. It looks way better. Let me see if it works on dark mode. Perfect, awesome. Now let's ask the agent to increase the height of the nodes. Please increase the height of the nodes so that users are able to see more content. And one thing that I just noticed, guys, is that if I press this sharing button, let me press enter here. If I press this sharing button, it's taking me to the wrong route. So we need to fix that. Basically, when we press the plus, we need to come to this screen and then navigate to the share. This screen, this is the one that we need for collaboration. So yeah, it's fixing that. Let's accept the changes. Okay, now for some reason, the meta section is on top of the nodes. So let's ask the agent again. The meta section where the created by and created at fields are on top of the nodes. Can you add some space between the nodes and the meta section? Thank you. Okay, let's hit enter. Let's see if it fixes. Yep, and now it's adding a margin. Let's accept that. Okay, and I think we need more space than that. Now, actually, another thing that I don't really like is that we have now the pen icon. So let's ask the agent to get rid of that. Hey, can you get rid of the pen icon on the general section of the detail screen? Let's hit enter. Okay, let's accept this. Yeah, that looks way cleaner. Now on the sharing section of the screen, when I press the plus button, instead of taking me to the share screen, it's taking me to the wrong route. So please fix that. Hit enter. And this is how you iterate, guys. It's finding the match for the following pattern. Okay, now it's navigating to the list ID share. That looks correct. Let's see. Let's press the share. Awesome, now it's fixed. Great. This is awesome. Now you can scan the QR code and you'll be invited to the list. Perfect. Now I'm not super happy with the notes section here on the right. So I think I'm going to do that manually. So I'm going to say Command O and let's open the product ID. Let's close this on the left. Okay, so if I search for meta, okay, here it is. Okay, so this is coming from the section header. In here, what I can do, it's increase the margin top to be 20, for example. Okay, now we have that nice space, but let's search for the input. Okay, here it is, number of lines 6. Let's change this to be 4. Yeah, and I'm going to decrease the height to 120. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Definitely, I'm happier with the new UI. From here, we can share and make edits. Awesome. Let's dismiss. All right, so let's save this and now let's close that. All right, so now I think we're ready to ship this to production. So here I have my real device and I have the shopping list app. It's downloaded from the production one, so I'm not going to have the latest updates, right? This new screen. Let me change to light mode so that we can see. If I navigate, I have the old screen. Let me close this and let's bring my real device. Again, from inside my client, I'm going to check that the fingerprint of this project is compatible with my deployed version. For this, I'm going to be using the Expo application services CLI. So I'm going to compare my production build with the current state of the project. This is going to validate that the project is compatible. So this means that my project is compatible with the deployed version of my application and I can ship these changes as an over-the-air update. So let's run EAS update, channel production, and then the message is going to be improvements with Warp. Let's ship this. I'm going to hit enter. Oh, and I was missing a quote. Okay, now this is going to start exporting the bundle and send it as an over-the-air update. All right. And the update is now published, which means all my users in production should be able to get these changes. So I'm going to go to my profile screen I can see that there is a new update. I have this new update available, so let's download and install it. Boom, and that's done. So now if I go to my any list and to the changes, now I have the new UI. So how cool is that? And now I can press this share button, update the notes here. Hello team in real time. Let's change this to be please subscribe. Dismiss. Awesome. So everything looks amazing. Changes are now in production. We were able to add a feature and fix some things. So for example, if I try to just press done here, I'm gonna get the alert now. So if you're curious about these changes, you can download the application and see this in real time. And that's a wrap. I hope you saw how powerful Warp is and how much more productive you can be as a developer using it. I've had a great experience using it and I use it daily to ship real features. So remember, if you want to try it out, use my promo code CODEWITHBETO to get your first month almost free, just $1. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.